This is the Put It in the Air podcast.
Put it in the air, y'all. How you doing?
I'm alright, brother. I'm alright.
Yeah, you must be. You're in first place.
It feels good.
The Put It in the Air podcast.
Yes. Welcome into the Put It in the Air podcast. I'm your host, Brendan Casello, a.k.a. East Coast Virus.
And I'm Pascal Ross Philippe, aka Punks in Drublic.
And he's in first and I'm in last. Once again, we are mirroring each other's success and failure.
No. I have 0 losses.
Oh, yeah, I have 1 win, so
Yeah.
that is messing up the symmetry. So that's
Sorry,
why
buddy.
we filmed a little bit off kilter.
But I
this
mean,
time.
first, last, first. We
Yeah.
got both sides of the pendulum.
I
So.
do have to say, I think we, and this is not bias, because, it's my team, it's your team. I think we have 2 of the top 4 powerful teams
Do you?
in terms of roster. In terms of
I
roster.
would definitely say me, obviously.
Okay.
I would definitely say Billy.
Billy, and he's 1 and 3.
Right. He has the high score.
Mhm.
After that, I've got to say Colin, right?
Okay.
4-0 also. I think that I might be putting Sean ahead of you.
Actually, yeah, Sean. I would say Sean. Okay, so top 5.
And then is there anyone else who gets an honorable mention above you?
I don't. I
feel
can't
like
think of
Jay's
it.
team is pretty good this year.
Definitely. If you put Jay's roster up against mine, there is no chance that is better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's not
I-
bias. I'm just talking about power, bro. It's just Billy and I are 1 and 3. It doesn't mean that we're
I just feel
trash
like
lineups.
I
Look
just-
at the points for, man.
Yeah, I guess.
I haven't even looked at it, but I'm sure it's
Yeah,
not.
Jay would be the only other one. But yeah,
Jay
Tony
with
Pollard brings him down.
Tony Pollard,
He's
James
got
Cook,
Jalen Hurts, James Cook,
Jamar Chase, bust.
George Pickens, Michael Pittman.
That's okay.
I feel like you and he are probably on the same level.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. We'll see how the cookie crumbles throughout the season.
Was that crumbly?
I could just say Jay and I will very likely make the playoffs, along with Billy, you, and Sean. Colin's taken a couple hits, but I'm sure he's going to make the playoffs as well, as he's also undefeated. Is that right?
Yeah, he's undefeated.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah, Billy. I mean,
And Scott. Let's not forget about Scott. He has a sneaky good team as well.
logic tells me that Billy makes the playoffs, but look at Colin last year, right? Colin ended up being the top scorer in the league, right? Am I wrong?
And he was 0-4 at this
And
point.
He was 0-4 at this
True.
point. He was out of the playoffs until the last week of the season. I could see a world where Billy goes the opposite direction, where he starts out with his team scoring a lot of points, doesn't get wins, and then he starts not getting so many points in the middle parts of the season. Maybe he deals with some injuries, and he finds himself out of the playoffs. I don't think it's likely.
Are you
I think
thinking
his team is too strong? But I can see a world where it could happen.
he does have a lot of running back power? I was looking at the roster today, and I was like, man, I would be pretty happy with that roster. You got to be real when you look at these rosters. But, we'll see what happens. Everybody's been taking hits from the injury bug. If you've escaped it, then good for you. I'm pretty sure every team lost somebody, at least for a couple weeks. Anyways, I get to play the top scoring projected score of the week. I'm still not out of the woods. I thought I'd get to face one of the guys who's really, really hurting right now. Longfellow, Marv, you know who you are.
Yeah.
Marvellous, sorry.
No, instead, me, fresh off of my second highest score in 4 weeks, I get to go up against Longfellow.
I know, right? What kind of luck do you have?
Good luck this year. I mean, I had the second lowest score in the league week 2 and came out with the win. So far I've been pretty lucky.
Yeah. You had the highest score against me, right?
No, against
No,
Billy.
okay. Oh, okay. So you didn't even have
Yeah,
the highest
week
score when
1.
we faced each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I outscored you last week. And
Well, yeah, because I had the second lowest score.
And
in
I
the
had the
league.
second highest score this week.
Yeah.
To you.
Yes.
Go Pascal.
Go me.
Just for the beginning of the season.
For 4 weeks, right? Like, there's a long season left.
Yeah, some players have become more powerful and some more weak as the weeks go by, and that just keeps changing. I mean, Longfellow just got a little boost with the downfall of First, James Conner, who was his player, and then Trey Benson, who I benefited from James Conner's injury. Not that we benefit from injuries.
And
but
you didn't really
just fell that way.
benefit because you had 1 week where he didn't even put up that many points.
And I don't even think I played him. He was on my
your
bench.
I think, yeah.
And he was going to be on my bench this week, and now he's in my IR spot. No, he isn't, because we only have one IR spot. Anywho, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome back, folks.
We're happy you guys are here. Thank you for listening, watching, and checking in with us, commenting, liking,
and subscribing.
Buying merch. We've got the glow in the dark, put it in the air t-shirt.
Is there even a link? Like, can people buy merch? Or
yeah,
is
it's
that
called my number. It's called the comments. I'm trying to glow this thing for you guys so we could get some.
He's trying to make it glow in the dark with
the
lights on.
Yeah. There it is. You see it? Just look like before. All right. I promise you, in a dark room, you'll be able to see my chest.
Don't worry, you'll never have to see his chest. I promise.
If we go swimming together, then duh.
We will not be swimming on this podcast, so don't worry.
At least during the season. But in the off-season episodes, nothing's off the table. Except the table itself. Usually we don't even have a table in the off-season episodes.
Speaking of the table, what's on the table this week for this episode?
I've prepared a lovely feast for you guys. We have a quick recap of the PIIDA matchups this week, as half the league scores between 139 and 149. Should be an interesting run-through. We've got superlatives and draft grade updates, week 4 keeper performances, and as always, some opinions and predictions from the league. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Pun down.
All right, first this week, we've got East Coast Virus versus I fucks your mom.
You do not.
He do. All right, so this one started out with East Coast Virus having Trey McBride and JSN on Thursday night.
It was stressful.
Trey McBride put up 12 points. Pretty good. He's a tight end. Can't expect too much. JSN put up 13. Ooh, not quite what you were expecting, was it?
Better than what he started with.
Going into the 9:30 game, it was pretty close based off of the expectations. I think that Aggie was actually expected to put up more points. In the Dublin matchup, you had Jordan Mason, going up against DK Metcalf. And this did not go your way.
No, it didn't.
Jordan Mason put up 10 points, not what you were looking for. And DK put up 24. So at this point, the projections were putting Aggie well ahead. It looked like you were going to be going down another losing rabbit hole. And in the 1 o'clock game, all you had was Omarion Hampton, where he had Kyle Pitts, Michael Penix, Saquon Barkley, and Rashid Shaheed. But lucky for you, Omarion Hampton put up 27.5 points.
I saw it live.
Blowing up. Right. Just for you.
He
knew that you had him. He knew that you were going to be upset about Malik Neighbors.
It was hard.
He balled out for you.
Hard to root for him.
And in that time, though, Michael Penix put up 18. Kyle Pitts put up 18 also. Saquon Barkley only put up 17 for him, which is still a lot of points. And Rashid Shaheed only put up 9 points.
Thank
which
God.
Was not good. So Aggie was looking pretty good. Going into the 4 o'clock game, he had Travis Etienne, ended up putting 20 points. But you had BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr., who only put up 11 points. But you also had Ashton Genty.
Yes.
Ashton Genty put up 33.5 points. We've talked about it a whole bunch on the last episode. And that, Omarion Hampton, Ashton Genty combining for 60 points together. It's tough to overcome that. And
it's starting to work.
Younghoe Koo, who did not actually play, was part of what kept him down. If he had a better kicker, maybe got 10 points out of him, maybe would have been a little closer. And then the Buffalo Bills only got 6 points against New Orleans. In the end, Aggie lost to our friend here, Brendan Casello, 163.84 to 139.12. Brendan gets his first win of the year. Aggie does much better than he did last week, but he still loses.
Yes. Thank you, Aggie, for bowing down and losing this week to me. Thank you. In another matchup, our new number one versus our old number one team, Punks and Drublic versus Captain Cannabis, the battle of the undefeateds. This could have gone either way, as Punks and Drublic was projected to win by 3, 140 to 137 in the early projections, but we all know that that's just
malarkey.
Potential lead scoring, whatever. Anyways, moving along. All right, so Thursday Night Football, Marvin Harrison for Punks and Drublic put up a wonderful 18.6. It was a little bit of a shaky beginning into the season, and he had some huge drops that turned into interceptions in this game, where he ended up getting a huge touchdown where he almost started crying.
I was ready to drop him at halftime.
I would have picked him up. I would have happily picked him up. Anyways, Marvin Harrison took the early lead for Punks and Drublic, 18.6 to 0 for Captain Cannabis, as he didn't have any players on the other end. Come Sunday, most of the players would be playing for both of these teams, and it was a walloping in terms of the Sunday afternoon games. Drake May going off for 23. Bijan Robinson for 28. Bucky Irving before the walking boot at 26. Zay Flowers even did well on a horrible performance by the Ravens in the later afternoon game with 14.5. Roma Dunze, as always, looking really good, 17 points. And, Will Lutz is the only player that scored under 10 points, under double digits for Punks and Drublic, as the Patriots eclipsed 10 with 11 against the Carolina Panthers, which you would think that would be a lot higher.
Was last minute. They had 14, and then in garbage time...
they got that late touchdown. I hate when that happens.
They took out all the starters, and so the backups.
Well, luckily for you, Captain Cannabis put up the 49ers defense, who scored an even 0. Yeah. Jacksonville did that to you. Chris Boswell in the early morning Dublin game put up 6, which is better than Lutz's 4, so at least he's got that. After the injury to Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson can only scrounge up 4.4. And at the game, I was looking at the players. It was after Malik's injury, and they were in the red zone, and I was like, where's Wan'Dale? He's due. And they threw it to him for about 3 yards. Chris Olave, underwhelming 3 catches. He did score a touchdown, but come on, man. 9 points. Travis Kelce, he is who we thought he was. He's over the hill in a shell of himself, 9.8 points. Puka Nacua, the saving grace for Captain Cannabis, with a monster 36. Highest score of the week for any player in the league. Beast. Yeah. Garrett Wilson put his thing together in the Monday night game, so I'll talk about that after. Christian McCaffrey with a 26. Nice stuff. He's going to be the only player tomorrow night that is playing on the 49ers. It's all the McCaffreys. And Justin Herbert with a weak performance against the Giants. Monster pass rush. I mean, Dexter Lawrence caught an interception. That dude's huge. He almost scored a touchdown. The very reason that Sean lost by 51 was the 1.2 that David Montgomery scored. And that was just because he got 12 yards, no fumbles, no catches, nothing else. He's on his bench this week. Moving along to the Monday night action. Pascal had a huge lead with still Devon Achan to go. And I think someone else. Yeah, Will Lutz. That's right. The guy who scored 4. So that didn't really matter. Devon Achan was underwhelming for his projection, but he was just there. 17.1, really nice week. And we had Garrett Wilson. Sean was hoping that he would score 70 plus to at least tie Pascal. He did put up 20.2, which is respectable, but the end of this one, Pascal and the Punks and Drublic dominated. 175.32 at the top score against 124.22, giving Sean his first loss without Tutu Atwell. Oh, wait, the bench. Got to talk about the bench. Tyler Warren on Pascal's team, 18-3. Matthew Golden, 11-3. Trevion Henderson, 12-6. He's feeling so good about himself. But Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt with 7 and Ollie Gordon with 1 doesn't really make you feel that good. Sam Darnold with 14.
Ollie Gordon's a handcuff, just in case Achane gets hurt.
And Sean had Woody Marks on his bench with 27.9. That is a very respectable number, but he also had 0 out of Jaleel McLaughlin, who didn't play. Negative 0.2 for Dylan Sampson, who he dropped already. Hunter Renfrow with a very dismal 3. Cedric Tillman before his IR stint, 1.6. Jalen Waddle with the 7.8. Let's hope that happens again this week. I'm playing him. And Zach Ertz with a very underwhelming 6.1. A rough week for the cannabis captain.
Yeah, my bench is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toot that horn. Honk, honk.
Yep. All right. Next, we have Gray.
Oh, awesome.
Versus Catch His Fate.
Did he even need to play this week, Colin?
He did not.
Damn.
So they started out with the Dublin game. Catch This Fade had Jonnu Smith, who put up 2.6. Whereas Great had the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, who put up 10 points. So he went up already just off of defense versus tight end. Not a good start for Catch This Fade. And the 1 o'clock game, they both had the majority of their players going. Catch This Fade had Nico Collins, who put up 11.9, not great. He had Malik Neighbors, who busted up his ACL after scoring 4 points.
So annoying.
Also not great.
Sorry,
third
Marvelous.
round pick keeper. It hurts, but better than a first round pick going down. Then he had Alec Eomanor, who put up 6.4 points.
Top receiver on the Titans.
Yep. AJ Brown. AJ Brown put up 2.7 points.
Top receiver on the Eagles.
Matt Prater put up 7 points, the kicker for Buffalo. And the LA Chargers put up 6 points.
That's what happens when you play against the Darts.
On the other side, Gray had Alvin Kamara go for 11 points at 1 o'clock.
Reasonable.
He had Shuba Hubbard go for 9.9. Amon-Ra blew up with 26 points.
Again.
Emeka Egbuka put up 20 points.
Rookie of the
also
year.
still going. Brock Bowers only put up 9.6. Told you he was going to have a down year. Told you.
We'll see.
And then we had Keon Coleman, who put up 7.5. Not great.
Second best game of the year, though.
At this point, though, it was already over. Marvelous had Caleb Williams, DeAndre Swift, Breece Hall left to go, but only one of his players had gone into double digits at this point. Everyone else had scored between 2 and 7 points. Whereas Colin had 26 from Amon-Ra by himself, which was as much as Malik Neighbors, Jonnu Smith, AJ Brown, Alec Amanor, Matt Prater, and the Chargers all combined. Bad situation to be in. But Caleb and DeAndre Swift didn't do much to help it. Caleb had 11.3. DeAndre Swift had 16 points. And then at 8 o'clock, Colin had Jordan Love put up 26 points. Another 26 right there. Pretty much like doubled or pretty much matched Marvelous's score with 4 players.
Damn.
Then Great had Tyreek Hill on Monday night going up against Breece Hall. It was already over. Tyreek put up how many points? He put up 13 points before his knee got
Devastating.
totally destroyed. Breece Hall put up 16 points. Didn't matter. In the end, Marvelous got absolutely destroyed. He only scored 83.98 points, losing by over 60 points to Great, who scored 145.78 in the win. Congratulations, Colin McRae.
Undefeated.
That's right.
The next matchup is Chinese Pimpin' Gumbies against Salute Your Short Fellows. Talk about cool-ass names. These guys had some cool-ass... Well, one of these guys had a cool-ass week. Actually, it wasn't that cool at the end. I'll tell you why. I'm going to do this one a little different because things happened very strangely for these teams. Both riddled with injuries. One before this week, one after. I'll explain. Lamar Jackson for Chinese Pimpin' Gumbies versus Geno Smith for Salute Your Short Fellows. Lamar Jackson gets outscored by 0.6 to Geno Smith and then leaves with a hammy. Dammy. He's doubtful for this week. Derrick Henry did worse with 7.8 for the Short Fellows, who I might mention did not have a player in double digits except for the man who came back from suspension, Jordan Addison, who put up 15.4. But across him on the line, Drake London put up 25. Wow. Ouch. In the other receiving area, we had Jawan Jennings with 6.4 before he left with a really painful-looking injury. He got sandwiched between two defenders, fell to the ground. 3 commercials later, he was still there going, yeah. And he had a shoulder and an ankle, and we talked about that in the last episode. Tune in if you want to know more. Sterling Shepard on Longfellow's side put up 4. Got hurt. Kind of his MO this season. Cam Scadaboo for the Chinese Pimpin' Gumbies put up 13. It looked like a lot more in person, but 13's respectable for a rookie running back who's probably going to take over that room. Go Scadaboo. Ramondre Stevenson on the other side. We saw this coming after his several fumbles in the beginning of the season with a 5.1. I see that happening a lot this season. Sorry, Mike. It's not all about injury, but it's about opportunity as well. Mike put in Harold Fannin for his tight end, who had an underwhelming game for the first time this season with 4.5, as Dalton Kincaid didn't really do that well with 9.8 on the other side, but it was over double Hannon's score. So there you go with that. The flex is where Chinese Pimpin' Gumbies really put in work. Besides Drake London, he had some excellent performances by his other 2 receivers, Deebo Samuel with 20 points and Khalil Shakir with 18. Deebo caught a heel injury, so watch out for that in the future. As for Mike's flex, Rico Dowdle and Ricky Pearsall really didn't do much for him, putting up 12.6 combined, and Ricky Pearsall is going to be out. He landed on his knee on the turf, and it did not look very appetizing. As for the kicker and defense, Mike actually put up a 10 with his kicker. Spencer Schrader, which was the number 1 kicker for the Colts, looks like a child, did well, kicks like a man. Cameron Dicker, the kicker, however, came back to earth with 4 points. Poor performance. But the Broncos defense put up 10 against the Cincinnati Bengals. I would have expected that to be a 30-burger. As the Packers against the Cowboys seemed like that would be a very good pick, it actually turned out to be -3. I believe Mike Longfellow's bench outscored his team. No, they didn't because they're mostly injured. He did have a 17-point Baker Mayfield benching and 10 points from Amari DiMarcado, who looks to be launching into a different atmosphere this week. And on the bench of Chinese Pimpin' Gumbies, Jackson Dart. Wait, is he a Giants fan? I want to make a trade. Jackson Dart was 17. Brock Purdy was 17. RJ Harvey on his bench with 19.8. Justice Hill on his bench with 28.7. His bench definitely beat Mike's team. Rashad Bateman, 3. Kavontae Turpin, 6 with a new injury. We haven't even mentioned that. And Dantavian Wicks, 3.9. Not much going on the end of his bench, but he had a lot of points in the beginning. 2 quarterbacks, understandable. But in the end, Chinese Pimpin' Gumbies more than doubled Salute Your Short Fellows. 147.08, which would have actually beat great by 1.5 points. I kind of wish that matchup happened. Would have been much more exciting. Not for Colin, though, but Mike Longfellow, Salute Your Short Fellows, 66.18. You're making us want to open the history books to see if anybody has scored lower than that. Even pre-PPR scoring.
No, I'm pretty sure we've gotten some scores 50s? In the 50s. Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to go back to the even 50s to find that. Yeah, Mike, sorry, man. It's not looking good this year. Hurt. Damn. It's got to hurt just like all those injuries on your team. Damn, bro. I'm sorry.
Let's go for a repeat of that one this week.
Yeah, let's hope not.
All right, next. Last for me, I've got The Auto Draftees versus the Brooklyn Bulldogs. This one started out on Thursday night with Ken Walker running for 12 points versus Arizona. Not a huge game, but a good start. You want double digits. Next, we had the 9 a.m. game in Dublin. The Auto Draftees had Jake Jettas and the Vikings defense. Justin Jefferson did well. He put up 23 points, and the Vikings did not do well. They put up 4 points. Still better than the -3 that Mike Longfellow had. They were going up against TJ Hawkinson for Brooklyn Bulldogs, who only put up 8 points. Not looking good for Jay coming into Sunday. At the 1 o'clock game, the Auto Draftees had Ladd McConkey, Tedero McMillan, and David Njoku. Ladd McConkey put up 2 points. Woof.
Yikes.
Not good. Tet only put up 10 against New England, and Njoku only put up 3. That's 15 points combined between 3 players. That is not how you win a game. Going up against Jalen Hurts, who put up 18 points, Tony Pollard, who put up 11, James Cook, who put up 23, Jacoby Myers, who put up 7, Jamar Chase, who put up 7.
Damn.
Michael Pittman, who put up 15.
Respect.
And the Eagles defense, who put up 14.
That's good.
It was a pretty good showing. Jacoby and Jamar, not great, but compared to Ladd, Njoku, and Tedero, it was looking good for Jay. He didn't have to be too worried, but you never know. And so going into the 4 o'clock games, you had Frank with Mahomes, Kareem Hunt, and Xavier Worthy and Khalil McLaughlin. Patrick Mahomes put up 27. Kareem Hunt only put up 5.7. Xavier Worthy put up 17 in his return. And Khalil McLaughlin put up 15. Actually, that wasn't Xavier Worthy's return. This is the second week back, right?
Chase McLaughlin.
What did I say?
I was like, who's Khalil McLaughlin? I'm like,
did I say Khalil? I'm a little tired. So Xavier Worthy put up 17. Chase McLaughlin put up 15. So a good showing from the 4 o'clock games for Frank. In the end, it wouldn't be enough. Jay had George Pickens and Brandon Aubrey in the 8 o'clock game on Sunday night. We all know George Pickens put up 33 points, blew the F up. Brandon Aubrey added another 8. That's all it took for Jay to close out the win, even though he was basically winning anyway going into it. He was just a few points behind Frank. Jay ended up winning 144.2 to Frank's 118.6. It was a 25-point drubbing. Not the worst, but still, it was never really close.
man, another matchup. If Jay faced Babalu, he would have won by 0.3. But he didn't face Babalu. He in the final matchup, and we saved the best for last.
I do want to say though.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Frank had Kenneth Gainwell on his bench.
Ooh,
all 31 points of it.
Oh, that would have made the difference. If he had
put in Gainwell, say instead of like Kareem Hunt, another 25 points.
It would have been a lot closer.
It would have been actually a really, really close game. Wow.
Like,
I think he would have lost by 0.2.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. So close. So close.
Right. Speaking about close games, the G-Men's unwinning Crusaders against Steal Your Face Mask, who has the most points in the league with 1 win. Man,
Oof.
rough time. Big matchup. This one started off actually on Sunday as the Thursday night game featured 2 bench players, Cooper Kupp with a 6.6 against Zach Charbonnet of Steal Your Face Mask with 12.4. But they were on the bench, so that doesn't matter. The benches are not worth talking about. Literally, the only player to eclipse 10 is Zach Charbonnet on one end, and Babalu's got CJ Stroud with 17. Nothing to write home about. But what we do want to write home about is the outrageous beginning of this week. Calvin Austin starts off in the morning in Dublin, Ireland, and G-Men's Crusaders is upset with his 3.3 points.
Yeah.
Actually, his worst performing player on the week. Following up later in the afternoon, Devontae Smith scores 4.9. Was not looking good for G-Men's Crusaders.
No.
And Steal Your Face Mask was feeling pretty good about his team and himself as Josh Allen put up 23.5 points. What's crazy is he was going up against Jared Goff, who put up 12.7. And I gotta say, the amount of Lions on this G-Men's Crusaders team, it really depends on how the Lions do to see how potent he can be. As he played Jahmyr Gibbs, who put up 17.7, and he also played the defense, who put up 19. That was a big deal, as he also had the Commanders defense, who put up 2 on his bench. Jake Bates puts up 12, so his special teams puts up 31 points combined. And let's not forget about who they played against, the Browns. Quinshawn Judkins on the other end, Steal Your Face Mask's third best, fourth best running back, maybe that. 21.5 points. Then we had some outrageous performances by Jonathan Taylor and Kyron Williams. They were underwhelming. That's why they were outrageous. 14.6 for Jonathan Taylor and 10.4 for Kyron Williams. Left a window open for Babalu and the G-Men's Crusaders to come on in. And a big time performance in the Meadowlands from Quentin Johnston, who put up 23.8 against Keenan Allen under Steal Your Face Mask, who put up 8.7. That left the window of opportunity there, as Devontae Adams also put up 15.6 for Steal Your Face Mask. He also had a nice performance from Hunter Henry. Not as nice as last week, but 11.9 makes you feel good. It came down to Monday Night Football. Sunday Night Football actually happened first. So let's talk about that. Where it was not looking good for G-Men's Crusaders. He needed some serious points from Tucker Kraft and Romeo Dobbs. How about 40 points? 40.4? 41.4? Either way, Romeo Dobbs' 29.8 3-touchdown performance and Tucker Kraft's 10.6 launched him ahead of Mr. Steal Your Face Mask. As he was sitting there just watching and worrying and hoping that it wouldn't come to this. I didn't mention his special teams and kicker, who put up 22 combined points, so he got some of that back. This was a
Steal Your Face Mask?
Yeah, Steal Your Face Mask. This was a tight performance, a tight window, and it really just came down to Monday Night Football. The same game, actually, since there was 2. Bengals versus Broncos. Chase Brown versus J.K. Dobbins. With G-Men's Crusaders with approximately 4.5 point lead. This is all it took. Chase Brown, 10.1 points. In an underwhelming season because of an underwhelming offense, because of some injuries and underwhelming everything, the defense especially. Chase Brown puts up 10.1 surprising points. I don't even know how he did it. Probably a lot of 1-yard catches. And Steal Your Face Mask had the heavy hitter, J.K. Dobbins, who eclipsed 100 yards.
Yep, 101 yards rushing.
But only caught 1 pass.
Couldn't salvage his day.
R.J. Harvey ate into his production. And that left a very surprised Billy Duncan and a very surprised Richard Fortuna. 2 great friends from old times. So it probably didn't hurt that bad. But
R.J. Harvey snaked the touchdown from J.K. Dobbins
in the last 4 minutes of the game.
4 minutes, last drive for the Broncos.
Oh, it should have been a walloping because the Broncos were killing the Bengals. The second half clock just went too fast. And the final score ends G-Men's Crusaders 143.92. Steal Your Face Mask 139.56.
Oh, man.
Both
so
teams
close.
at 1-3.
So close.
Yet so far.
Good week in PIIDA.
Good week. Yeah, pretty
Except
good week.
For the two bad games, like I mean,
There was only
my game
two.
against Sean, I guess, was technically bad, but like
Not really.
early on, it was really close. I pulled away, I think, in the 4:00 games.
Without
like,
Puka though, he would have been
Yeah, he
probably
would've been
well under 100. So it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a weak performance on his end. Puka saved
he
his score
scored
was.
124. Puka had
36.
36. So Puka just needed 12 to get him over 100.
That's true. Yeah,
So.
and Puka always goes over above 12.
Yeah.
So
He had 13 catches. Like,
I didn't even 170 yards and a touchdown. Jeez, man. I hope he doesn't do that this week. Let's go Devontae Adams. Steal your face mask. You got some power coming your way this week.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Nice.
really
So,
interesting.
I think this is a good segue.
Who did that?
Superlative rundown.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about some superlatives in Put It in the Air League.
You want to get started?
Sure. I'll start with the largest margin of victory, and that would go to Chinese Pimp and Gumbies over Salute Your Short Fellows by 80.9. He only scored 66. 80.9 you lost by, Mike.
Wow.
Damn, I'm sorry to rub it in, so I will stop and I will segue to a runner-up, which is I'm great. Defeating, catch this fade, by 61.8. Damn. Together, that's 142 points. Yikes.
Wow.
It's a big wallopings this week. Only two of them.
On the other end of the spectrum, the closest matchup was G-Men's Crusaders defeating Steal Your Face Mask by 4.36 points.
Damn, did we really have to rub it in that much? We've been talking about this every episode since this week.
I mean, it kind of tickles me that Billy was second place last year, almost getting his fourth championship.
Yeah, he's the only one with three. There's
Right?
a few two birds in there.
And then now here we are, and he's the top scoring team in the league, but he's also 1-3.
Oh,
It tickles me a little
Shite,
bit. It
shite.
does. It does.
well, let's give them their flowers and $25 for another parlay, I hope. I think he said that, so that's the only reason I said that. And it goes to Punks and Drublick with 175.32. I won't even give the runner-up because you outscored him by 12.
Not bad.
So
I will be doing another parlay.
awesome.
So you know what the deal is. How about no 2 touchdowns for Josh Allen?
Yeah.
And so the parlay that I sent over that won, the other, the
other league one?
league.
like
if
over
you look
unders
at
on
it,
yards and stuff.
right,
and
yards, catches, stuff
That's
like
the best
that.
way to do it.
I think that's a much better bet than touchdowns. Touchdowns are so finicky. And
Unless
I'm not
it's
saying like don't do touchdowns. Like do whatever you want. Do whatever you have conviction in.
Yeah. If there's a game like anyone playing the Bengals, like, and you want to bet on that, as long as the spread isn't too high, you might want to do that.
Right. You can do straight ups. You can do spreads. Whatever. Look at FanDuel. See what the options are. I'm not gonna go with Billy's suggestion. If you do not take a leg in the bet, you do not get part of the payout. Okay, that's my choice. That's how I want to go with it. I think it's more fun when everyone takes a leg. It puts the multiplier way high. Obviously, it's much harder to win that way, but I think it's more fun. And if you're worried, maybe you have a gambling problem or something like that, you shouldn't be doing it anyway, so I don't feel bad leaving you out.
Yeah, and Jay mentioned he doesn't like side bets, but like Jay, this is kind of free money to just put yourself a guess in there. And if you're the one that chooses the wrong bet, we're not mad at you.
I didn't want to judge.
I chose wrong this week.
I don't know why he doesn't want to do side bets. Like I said, I don't know if he has a gambling problem. I don't know if someone in his family does. I don't know if he just doesn't like it, if he's against gambling in general, or doesn't care, thought he had to put up money. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to judge him for it. If you don't want to partake, don't partake. It's not a big deal. But if we all get paid out, don't be mad.
We still love you. And Pascal, why don't we give the...
Went far of the week. Went far of the week.
Ooh, yucky.
ilk.
And the wet fart of the week goes to... Salute your short fellows.
Oh, shit is short fellows.
You shit your short fellows. 66 points. Yuck. With, gotta give the runner-up the honorable mention to catch this fade with, what was it, 88 points? 81 points.
I think less than 88. Yeah,
I don't know.
by a touchdown.
Whatever. It was bad. Yuck.
Yuck is right. And that will make me want to clear the air and see what's in the air.
It's in the air.
It's in the air. Brought to you by Hanes. Mike Longfellow, get a new pair. So, Pascal, let's talk about what's in the air.
Well, I think that draft grades are still in the air.
Yes.
As we have still not received all of them. Marvelous and Aguirold.
I would prefer to get those draft grades, not to make fun of your team, as you are not the last or the second to last. One of you is tied for 9th, and one of you is either 5th or 6th. Just send them in. We just want to kind of compare at the end of the season. It's not a big deal if you underperform or overperform. We're just trying to get some facts, get some information, and give it to you guys in a much better way than learning about it yourself.
And it's fun to see how bad the NFL site is at their projections. Like, they get it wrong all the time. Although, great Captain Cannabis, steal your face mask for the top 3. Not too bad of a choice, I guess.
Hey, you forgot about me. I was tied for 3rd, man.
Yeah, well.
And then you and Jay were 5th or 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
It's pretty accurate so far, but not really. We'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, we'll see.
And speaking of shaking out,
Market Watch.
I love rattling Pascal's ears with the weirdest, most archaic, gothic stock market there is. In Market Watch, where we're going to talk about the rankings, which is a good segue from the draft grades. Let's talk about the rankings. Little shake up this week. Shake up till you make up. What do you got?
Well, I am back in first.
Back in first from 3rd, right?
This is flip, flop, switch, swap, slip, snap. You know, I was in 3rd. I beat Captain Cannabis and scored more points than anyone else in the league.
Nice.
Making me the top scoring undefeated team.
Okay, who's
in the league?
Parked in 2nd place?
In 2nd place is great.
It's a good place to have your parking brake, man.
Who did not move anywhere because he was there last week as well.
I think 3 straight weeks he's been there undefeated still.
Yeah.
Great job, Colin. Let's see if you can withstand the storm that hit you this week.
The onslaught.
Captain
Next,
Cannabis.
Captain Cannabis, who switched spots with me.
And he shares a record of 3-1 with the Brooklyn Bulldogs, who moved from Boston to Brooklyn to Fairfield to Brooklyn to Boston.
But they did
Fairfield.
not move out of 4th spot. They're still right there where they were last week.
And right behind him, a team that lost this week, thanks to myself,
I fucks your mom.
Aguirold Antoine, one of the only 2-2 teams. This is interesting because we've got 2 4-0s. We've got 2 3-1s. We've got 2 2-2s, and the other 6 are 1-3. So it's a wide open. It's going to be a lot of changes coming.
Yep.
So the powerhouse teams that are on the up and up, like Steal Your Face Mask, who's in 9th and went down 1 place by losing barely this week to G-Men's Crusaders, who was in 10th, who went up from 12th, and myself, who got their first win this week and moved down to 12th. Very interesting. All good. Not upset. But then there's teams like Catch This Fade and Salute Your Short Fellows, who have the injury bugs have hit their teams. It's not looking very promising.
Basically, all the 1-3 teams dropped down 1 to 2 spots except for G-Men's Crusaders, who went from 0 wins to 1 win and went up 2 spots. And with his win, Chinese Pimpin' Gumbies, man,
Chinese pimping Gumbies
went up 4 spots from 10th place and out of the playoffs to 6th place, and currently in the playoffs if they started today.
facing Captain Cannabis, who is 3-1. Now, one interesting thing about all the 1-3 teams, the only 2 that won were the only 2 that were defeated, that had no wins. So it's very interesting to see 4 teams that were 1-2 lost and 2 teams that were 0-3 won. So now we have a really interesting bottom 6, and things will shake up awesomely over the next few weeks.
Should be good. Should be good.
It's really, really big week this week. I'm so happy that I get to play the number 3 team. Like, what is this, man? Jeez.
You were talking about Colin facing the gauntlet. Really, you and Billy are facing the gauntlet.
Hey, man.
I was looking at the scores.
Yeah.
And it's funny how we have 2 teams who are currently out of the playoffs who have scored over 500 points.
Yeah.
That's you, my friend.
Yeah, that's cool.
And Billy Duncan, our 2 commissioners.
And the only
And then
team...
you look at all the teams that are in the playoffs. You've got 8th place, 7th place, 6th place, and 5th place. None of them have scored over 500 points.
2 are under 450.
Yeah.
And then the lowest scoring team, 389.58, just falling a little short. Fellow. Salute your short fellows. And then the most points against, of course, Steal Your Face Mask is up there. G-Men's Crusaders and East Coast Virus are up there. And everybody else, besides Brooklyn Bulldogs, is under 500. Oh, Catch This Fade and Auto Draftees as well. But it's shaping out to be a great start to the year. Yeah. If you're 1-3, you're still alive. There's no teams that haven't won yet, which is a godsend for some of us, especially Babalu, who just scraped through with the win.
Congrats, Baba.
Yeah, really, because Billy would have been launched into the eternal top 4.
No one wants to see that but Billy and Little Billy.
Yeah, that's true. And probably Grace.
Probably Grace. Yeah.
And you know what? It's nice to see Billy do well. He's doing well in life, so he should be doing well in fantasy. And if he's not, we can't
F that. Billy's doing great in life, he can lose in fantasy.
That's true. That's true. As for those like myself, doing pretty great in life too.
Right? You got a little one on the way soon too, buddy.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Speaking of yes, I do. What about the parlay review?
The parlay review did not go so great.
No, it didn't.
So, listen.
Can we throw some people under the bus?
No.
Damn it.
This was our first one, so I don't really fault anyone, me included. But I think that betting on Jalen Hurts to score a touchdown is a pretty good bet, even though it didn't happen.
So let's just be clear. Passing touchdowns don't count as anytime touchdowns?
No.
That's kind of silly.
You're not scoring a touchdown.
In fantasy, you are.
No, you're not. The only person that's scoring the touchdown is the person who has the ball when they cross over the end zone.
Okay.
So, no, it does not. We ended up not getting the Josh Allen to score 2+ touchdowns.
Don't do that again. Was that Mike?
I believe so, Longfellow.
Okay.
I think so. Then we did not get Chris Olave over 5.5 receptions.
That was Sean's pick, but I kind of planted that, so I'll take the hit on that one.
You kind of planted that? Really?
Sean's like, pick whatever you think's
Really,
gonna hit,
pal?
and I was like,
Really?
well, Chris Olave, 6+ targets, of course.
Omarion Hampton, anytime touchdown score hit.
Wasn't that Mike Longfellow or Billy? Whoever picked, I think it was Longfellow actually. Good job, man.
Maybe. Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown did not hit.
That was you?
Yeah, that was me.
That's all right.
James Cook, anytime touchdown score did
hit. Nice choice.
Jahmyr Gibbs, 80 yards plus.
Did hit. Marvelous. Very clever.
Brock Bowers, 5+ receptions. Did hit.
Oh, it did hit. He only scored 9.8. He didn't get that many yards then.
Yeah.
Okay. What did he get, 5 or 6?
I think it was 5
right
receptions
on the nose
for like 46
Good
yards
stuff,
or
Colin.
something.
Keep them coming.
And then
The
second
sure
bet.
The sure bet of the week.
Baltimore Ravens -2.5 did not hit.
It was a guarantee.
So we hit
before
on
it
half.
happened.
We hit on half of our legs. Half of our legs did not hit. I think that's not bad for our first time. It cost $25, and we gonna do it again.
We're going to do it again, except this time we're going to do it better.
Better.
Let's take some surefire things this week, all right? Don't listen to me.
Definitely not twice.
Speaking of the obvious opposite, the opposite of what I do, let's talk about some sly moves.
Hey.
Is there cognac in the house?
No. All right. I don't know. Is there? It's your house.
Yeah, it's under the bed, though, and the wife's sleeping on it, so there's no way I'm moving that. Got to move the whole mattress.
To get to the cognac?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I had to hide all the liquor under the bed.
The baby's not even here yet.
It's another story we'll talk about off the air.
Ah, heard you. Okay. It's scary.
Not scary, but necessary.
Ah.
I have a slide as a fox.
I said mine on the last episode. It's Mike Longfellow for picking up Imari DeMarcado before Trey Benson got hurt.
The thing is, Mike was grasping at straws, and some of those straws you could drink from. So good stuff, Mike. My slide as a fox, I also touched upon, I think in the last episode, it would be a Babalu Fortuna picking up the Lions D or playing the Lions D at 17 points over the Commanders D at 2 points to win by less than or 4 and change.
Yeah, that was good. Well done.
Very
Baba.
good.
Way to get your first win.
Very, very good. Okay. Great.
Moving along.
Let's move along to the next segment. Go! Damn!
Yeah.
Energy juice.
Oh, yeah.
So
all right.
let's start as you always start because you select the winners.
The winner.
Yeah, man.
We're going to start out with yours truly for the 4th week in a row. Well, kind of. Not really, but yeah. Punks and Drublick.
Winner.
With Devon A. Chan. Scored 17.1 compared to the 20.2 projected for 3.1 under projection.
Ooh.
Then Bucky Irving scored 25.5.
Nice.
18 compared to 18.8 that he was projected for 6.7 over projected.
Very nice.
That's a total of 3.6 over projection.
He's in the positive.
Yay! Next, we've got Chinese pimpin' Gumbies, man.
Winner.
Had Khalil Shakir scoring 17.9 compared to the 10.6 expected for 7.3 over expectation.
That's a positive.
Then he had Drake London scoring 25 flat.
Damn.
That's over 13.7 that he was projected on. That's 11.3 over projection.
Hot damn.
That's 18.6 over projection.
That's a high number and probably the highest of the week.
Next, we have East Coast Virus.
Winner. Finally.
With Brian Thomas scoring 10.6 compared to 14.2 projected. And he had Jackson Smith and Jigba scoring 13.0 compared to 17.9 projected. That's 8.5 under projection.
And he still won.
Next, we have G-Men's Crusader.
Winner.
Had Chase Brown scoring 10.1 compared to 12.7 projected. That's 2.6 under projections. Next, he had Sam Laporta scoring 6.9 compared to 11.7 projected.
On his bench.
That's 4.8 under projections. That's 7.4 under projection.
And he still won.
Next, we had Captain Cannabis.
Winner.
With Puka Nacua scoring 36 points.
Damn.
That's 15.5 over the 20.5 that he was projected.
Yikes.
Then he had David Montgomery.
Yikes.
He scored 1.2. That's 10.7 under the 11.9 projected. On the week, that's 4.2 under projection.
Oof. But he still won.
Next, we had Great.
Winner.
He had Brock Bowers, who scored 9.6 compared to 15.1. That's 5.5 under projections.
Oof.
Next, he had Josh Downs. He had 6.4 points. That's 3.8 under the 10.2 that he was projected.
On his bench.
That's 9.3 under projection.
And he still won.
Congratulations, folks. You're all winners.
Now let's talk about the other side.
You loser.
We'll start with Brooklyn Bulldogs.
You loser.
Who started Tony Pollard's 10.6 against a 13.4 projection, which is 2.8 under his projection. And he also had Mark Andrews on his bench, who scored 10, which is a little bit over his 8.7 projection, 1.3 to be exact, leaving him with 1.5 under projections. Next we have Salute Your Short Fellows.
You loser.
Who had Terry McLaurin and George Kittle, who both didn't play because of injury. Damn. Next we have Aggies team.
You loser.
Who had Jaden Daniels, who also didn't play due to injury, and Nick Chubb, who put up 8.2 against his 11.4 projection, which is 3.2 under projection. Next we had Catch This Fade.
You loser.
Who started Malik Neighbors in a gruesome injury at a 4.0 at the end of the injury under his 15.3 projection, which is 11.3 under projection, as well as Nico Collins, who put up 11.9, which was under his 15.6, 3.7 to be exact, which leaves him with negative 15 under projection.
That might be why you lost, but not really because you didn't score enough points.
Not a lot at all. Next we have Steal Your Face Mask.
You loser.
Who started his keeper Jonathan Taylor with 14.6, who had a projection of 19.4 and fell 4.8 under projection. He also started Kyron Williams, his other keeper, who put up a 10.4 against a 15.8 projected, which is under 5.4 under projection, leaving him at negative 10.2.
That's definitely why you lost.
That is definitely why you lost. The next team and last team we have is the Auto Draftees.
You loser.
Who started Xavier Worthy, who surprised on his return to action with 17.1 against his 11.2 projection, which is 5.9 over projection, and also started David Njoku, who had a dismal week with 3.1 against his 9.5 point projection, leaving him 6.4 under projection, and he ends up with negative 0.5 under projection.
You were all losers. But not Brendan.
Yes.
Just the rest of you guys.
Yeah, I didn't lose, so that's why. We had a great keeper week. Let's just roll these keepers.
I don't know. It was actually a pretty bad keeper week.
You're right. Actually, yeah. It was just
over by one, over,
Yeah,
out,
mostly
out,
under.
under, over.
I guess we just had a great
under.
keeper segment this week.
Oh, well done, sir.
I think it was a little bit under. Maybe next time. But
That was also a very bad handshake.
it was wet too. I'm sweating. My
Yeah,
phone
you
is
are.
hot. Let's roll this into the next segment, which is coming up in just a moment after these words.
3 out.
3 and out.
I suck at that timing, by the way.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll get better. This week
Only
we're
been a
going to
year.
talk about specifically week 4 and how it impacted keepers. We're going to start with the week 4 keeper MVP. It was the MVP of the league, and that is Puka
Nakua
with 36. He killed it. He keeps killing it. Damn, he's
Killed
just
it.
so good.
Buried it in the ground, had a funeral, had a wake, dug it back up, killed it, and buried it again.
And pushing to be a top pick in future drafts. Seriously.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, I was thinking about that exact thing. It's going to be really nice having Puka Nakua. I know I said it at the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
but Puka Nakua, Devon Achan, Jonathan Taylor, Kyron Williams, all of these players going back. Is Drake London first year or second year?
Second. He'll
Drake
be back.
London, Nico.
Yeah, Nico.
Yep, Nico. Like, the first 2 rounds next year of the draft are going to be exponentially stronger than they've been the last 2 years.
I imagine Malik will also be available, and he's going to be back by then. But you're not going to want to give up a second round pick for somebody coming back. So he'll be back in the pool. I imagine some of these tight ends will be in the pool. Brock Bowers, Sam Laporta. Maybe not Brock Bowers. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if he keeps playing like he does, I don't see why Colin would want to keep him. Like,
I would love to.
I took what's his name? Ferguson and Warren. In both of them are after the 12th, 13th round,
and they're both
both top 5.
5, yeah.
Like, I keep saying, there's no point in keeping tight ends, but if you want to keep doing it, go for it. By all means, this makes the draft better for the rest of us.
Yeah, I see Chase Brown probably going back into the pool. Yep. It'll be exciting to get David Njoku back in the pool and Josh Downs.
But like Nick Chubb will probably be back there.
Oh yeah, Khalil Shakir,
Terry McLaurin might be back
Tony
there.
Tony Pollard, Mark Andrews. There's going to be some good. Oh, Mark Andrews has to go back in, even though.
Oh right. Yeah. So. The top of the draft is going to be way stronger next year, and
way different.
It's going to be exciting. Yeah.
So, we're gonna go into a they are who we thought they were, week 4. So, do you have a player?
Yeah. Mine is going to be Nick Chubb.
Okay.
Coming back off of the ACL tear, wasn't expecting a ton off of him. Aggie kept him for, I don't think he kept him for a 10th rounder, like a 6th or 5th or 6th.
I think it was a 5th or 6th.
That's a lot to be paying for a guy who's not really performing that well. He is who I thought he was.
Yeah. The guy who we thought he was, in my end, is Sam Laporta. He was actually benched. I mean, there was several keepers that were benched this week. Mark Andrews, Sam Laporta, Josh Downs. There's a couple others, and then obviously the ones that didn't play because of injury. You would have played them anyways. But Sam Laporta, I think, scored 6.9 this week. He's going to have weeks like that. You're going to have to play him to hit his big games, which there will be a few of, similar to Mark Andrews. It's kind of just a dice roll. I'd say, in the Brock Bowers camp, I'd say he's going to have way more productive weeks in comparison. So there is that. Those guys are not Brock Bowers.
No.
So that was 2 good picks, and I agree with both of them. One because I picked it, and the other because Pascal's on point with Nick Chubb. What's the next topic at hand?
The next topic is the Week 4 keeper bust.
And who do you have for this one?
So I'm going to be a little harsh.
Okay.
I'm going Malik Neighbors.
Ooh, that is harsh.
Yeah.
That is harsh, yeah.
So this one is actually based off of all 4 weeks.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the fact that Marvellis gave up a 3rd round pick.
It's a huge
right?
cost.
That's a big investment. And up until this week, he had 1 good week. The other 2 weeks were not good. Then this week he gets 4 points, goes out with a torn ACL, out for the season.
Ugh.
That's it. You gave up a 3rd round pick for basically 1 good week. That's a big reason why he is 1-3 right now.
Okay.
And so I hate to do it off of injury, but that's my guy.
He had 1 really good week.
Yeah. Well, I think it was like 22 points.
37.
It was 37?
It was 37, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Amon-Ra scored 39 and he scored 37. It was insane. I saw somebody with both those players. It was like, shit. All right, my week 4 keeper bust is coming off a 29-point week, and he put up 12 total yards on rushes, and that goes to David Montgomery. I actually think he is who I thought he was. Not going to be the hotness. I know he outperformed everything I thought last week, but he really crashed down to earth hard. 12 yards? Dude, come on, man.
So I didn't want to do Montgomery simply because I take into account what pick was given up for him.
Understandable.
And so a 10th round pick giving up for him, if you draft a regular 10th round pick and they give you 30 points 1 week and then 1 point the next week,
That's a good
then you're
pick.
not going to be that disappointed.
But that's why this is a week 4 bust instead of going on the whole season, which I understand why
But
he would
still,
do that.
Like the 10th round, that's what took him out of contention.
And David
for me.
Montgomery played, the whole game. Was on the sideline a lot, but Malik Neighbors only got like a quarter and a half.
Yeah.
And scored more than half, more than double,
True.
actually more than triple of what Montgomery scored.
Yeah.
Now let's talk one more category, our bold prediction for 3 and out. And this will be the tailwind keeper.
So what is this exactly?
The keeper that is flying pretty high and a gust of wind hits and they are tailing down, crashing down to earth very fast. Someone who...
You know that's not what a tailwind is, right?
Tailwind.
So a tailwind is the wind that's at your tail that pushes the plane, that makes you go faster and use less
Okay.
gas than you. So a tailwind's a good thing.
Okay, so this will be the erratic tailwind that causes you to crash to the ground, keeper. That's where I was going with that.
Okay.
They didn't have to have such a hot start, but they are crashing down, and it does not. The outlook doesn't look good. Is basically what it is.
Okay.
I can give you mine first if you don't have one yet.
I don't have one yet, so go for
And
it.
mine's gonna be one of the weakest keepers. Not to talk too much smack about him because we all thought he would be much better this season, but Josh Downs. I think that he will probably be one of the first keepers that's dropped not due to injury.
Wow.
He's been on Collins' bench, I think, the entirety of the season. He might have played him once. He might have to play him due to bye weeks coming, but I don't think that he's an asset at this point to great. He's got better players to start, and he was just kind of I'm going to keep him just because there's not much greater options at the time before the draft. That's what the thought was. But yeah, I think Josh Downs is the crash and burn keeper, then we'll call it. Sorry, man.
So I'm going to go with someone that you mentioned earlier. I'm going to say Sam Laporta.
Okay.
Sam Laporta, the Lions were saying that they were going to make an extra effort to get him the ball, to try to get him going.
Okay.
And he's still only scored 7 points. That's not a good look. If they're putting extra emphasis on trying to get you involved and you still can't crack double digits, I got to be worried about your future production. There's a couple other guys on here who I'd be worried about, like Kyron Williams. I keep talking about him. He'll have a big game here and there, but his efficiency is just so low. And your guy, Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
I'd like to say Nick Chubb, but like he's already was what he was. So.
Yeah. The only thing Brian Thomas has going for him is the targets are still there. He's just got to catch them, and Trevor Lawrence has to throw balls that he can catch. It is a little concerning, but hey, 10th round pick, not too shabby.
Not bad.
All right, guys, before we leave you this evening, we will take you to the backyard where the shotgun is. Pascal, who you putting in the doghouse?
This week was a tough one for me, but I have to put my good friend Marvelous Sadie White III.
Ooh, it's not me this time.
No,
I
it
feel
is
good.
not. It is not. You actually did well. I could have gone with Billy for losing to Babalu, but not.
He put up 139.
He did. He put up a good number.
It's a good week.
Not scoring over 100. I believe this is the second week in a row for Velas. It's not good. It's not good.
It's not looking good, man.
I feel like it comes down to your own choices. It's not luck.
I don't know if he was
draft picks.
playing a video game while drafting or something.
I don't know. I was questioning it during the draft, but Marvelous tends to do so much better than me in this league.
Yeah, it was
that I was like,
a lot of surprise
he must
picks.
Know something that I don't know.
Yeah.
A
lot of gambles.
Apparently not.
Caleb Brees, a lot of gambles. They may pay off. We're not, we're still early in the season.
Yep.
But
like, you see what happens when you take Caleb and Justin Fields. it's tough to know who to start. And you
Yeah.
leave Justin Fields on the bench with his 26 points. You start Caleb Williams with his 11. DeAndre Swift already was not very good. Andy lost. No, he didn't lose anyone. But
And putting the stacks with the quarterback, running back, with both the Bears and the Jets, like
you're asking a lot. It's risky.
a little bit counterintuitive to like your own points.
Hasn't paid off.
It could.
There's a long season left.
Yeah.
As we were talking about, 6 teams at 1-3. But this week, going in the doghouse, those points just ain't doing it.
And then losing Malik is just not the ticket
Not
right
good.
now,
Not good.
man. Damn.
Yep.
And AJ
And
Brown.
the waiver wire has been trash.
Oh yeah,
So
the
it's
waiver
just like-
wire sucked. Like I've
Yeah.
been in last or 11th, and it's just sucks.
I think it's because we have all gotten better at fantasy. We've all gotten better at drafting.
and we have a huge bench in comparison to other team
Right.
leagues. And
But
stuff,
like
and-
even our bench hasn't gotten bigger, and most years,
but it's huge.
Most years we have good waiver wire pickups the first 5-6 weeks.
Yeah.
It just hasn't been that way. So
The-
tough to get out of the basement this year.
The plethora of information is upon us. My keeper, my doghouse pick of the week is No, it's not Aggie.
Not Aggie.
It's not Aggie.
What?
Even though Aggie hasn't responded to the request for draft grades, the request to straight up go against each other, who has the better record, to change their name. Haven't
Or
heard
actually,
anything.
another tick against Marvellis. No draft grades.
Let's get it. Let's get
Aggie?
it in.
Aggie too.
Like
Come on.
you're not. It's not going to be embarrassing. Like you're
So,
not 12th or 11th.
If it's not Aggie, who is it?
Well, I mean, if you just go down about 20 points less than Marvellis scored, let's go with Longfellow. Longfellow and Marvellis get to join the entire.
The 2 shortest members of our league. You guys should have plenty of room in the doghouse this night.
Not really, because the Browns, the Bengals, the Ravens, and every owner of a turf field.
Good point.
Longfellow put up 66 and change, possibly the lowest score ever to be had, even before PPR.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but let's look into it. We're going to look into it this week, and we'll have it next week for you. In the meantime, everyone, do you have anything else?
No.
Good. Then I'd like you all to always remember, when setting your lineup, to put it in the air.
This is the Put It in the Air podcast.
It feels good to score 100 points more than Mike this week.
Yes.
You almost
it
scored
does.
more than 100 than Marvellis. So.
Almost. My team slowed down a little bit. I thought I was going to be in the 180s.
Cocky, I see.
No, I mean, that was my projection. And then they slowed down, and I only made it to the 170s.
I actually thought I was going to catch you the first half with Bo Nix
I
and
know, you
Cortland
were saying
Sutton.
that.
They
I
put
know.
up. I was like right behind you.
But remember that we got the parlay coming, so get those legs in, even though I doubt any of you are still watching.
And if you are,
On
always
that
remember,
note, we out.
we're leaving right now.
Peace.